Godzilla vs. the Avengers. Can Earth's mightiest heroes win? The video opens with a panoramic shot of a city skyline in ruins. Buildings crumble, streets are torn apart, and smoke billows into the sky. The distant sound of sirens mixes with thunderous footsteps and a deep, menacing roar. Quick flashes show Godzilla towering over skyscrapers, followed by shots of the Avengers assembling, each hero ready for battle. Imagine this. The king of monsters emerges from the depths, and Earth's mightiest heroes stand in his way. Who comes out on top when legends collide? Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel where we dive into epic what-if scenarios and geek out over the coolest battles that could ever happen. Today, we're tackling a colossal question. What would happen if Godzilla took on the Avengers? Yeah, you heard that right. Buckle up, because this is gonna be one wild ride. So, let's start by talking about the big guy himself, Godzilla. Originating from Japanese cinema back in 1954, Godzilla isn't just a giant lizard stomping around for fun. He was created as a symbol of nuclear destruction, reflecting the anxieties of post-World War II Japan. Over the years, Godzilla has evolved, taking on various forms and roles, from a villain to a hero and sometimes something in between. Now, let's chat about his powers. First off, Godzilla is massive. We're talking skyscraper-sized. His physical strength is off the charts. He can knock over buildings like they're Lego blocks. That's not all. He has atomic breath, a supercharged beam of radioactive energy that can obliterate pretty much anything in its path. Then there's his nuclear pulse, a shockwave of atomic energy that he can release from his body. Oh, and did I mention his regenerative healing factor? This dude can recover from some serious damage in no time. Plus, he's nearly invulnerable to conventional weapons. Bullets, missiles, tanks, they're like mosquito bites to him. Remember when he took on King Ghidorah, the three-headed dragon? Or when he survived a meteor crashing into Earth? Yeah, he's got some pretty notable feats under his belt. Switching gears, let's talk about our favorite superhero team, the Avengers. Originating from Marvel Comics in 1963 and brought to the big screen in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, these heroes have been protecting Earth from all sorts of threats, from rogue AI to intergalactic warlords. Let's break down some key members. Iron Man, Tony Stark. Genius billionaire with a heart, well, an arc reactor, of gold. His advanced suits of armor are equipped with repulsors, missiles, lasers, you name it. Tony's not just about the tech. His intelligence and quick thinking are major assets. Thor Odinson, the god of thunder from Asgard. He wields Mjolnir, and later Stormbreaker, can summon lightning, and has superhuman strength and durability. Plus, he's got centuries of battle experience. Hulk, Bruce Banner, mild-mannered scientist by day, green rage monster by, well, usually also by day. The angrier he gets, the stronger he becomes. He's practically invincible and has incredible regenerative abilities. Captain America, Steve Rogers. The super soldier with a heart of gold. Enhanced strength, agility, and endurance, plus that vibranium shield that defies physics. He's also a master tactician and leader. Black Widow, Natasha Romanoff. Expert spy, martial artist, and tactician. She may not have superpowers, but she's taken on foes much stronger than herself using skill and smarts. Hawkeye, Clint Barton, master archer with a quiver full of trick arrows. Explosive arrows, EMP arrows, you name it. He's got impeccable aim and excellent combat skills. Others, let's not forget heroes like Scarlet Witch, who can manipulate reality and energy. Vision, an android with density manipulation and an infinity stone. And Ant-Man, who can shrink or grow in size and command an army of ants. The Avengers are more than just a collection of heroes, they're a team. Their ability to work together, combining their strengths and covering each other's weaknesses, is what makes them so formidable. We've seen them take down threats like Loki's alien invasion, Ultron, and even Thanos, well, eventually. Now, let's set up this epic showdown. Imagine that in a twist of fate, Godzilla surfaces near a major coastal city in the Marvel Universe. Let's say New York City for the sake of chaos. Maybe seismic activity awakens him. Or perhaps a rogue experiment, looking at you, Stark Industries, draws him out. The Avengers are alerted to a massive threat, one that's causing untold destruction and poses a global risk. The battlefield? A mix of urban sprawl and coastal landscape. skyscrapers, bridges, and plenty of water nearby. Civilians are in danger, adding pressure on the Avengers to act quickly and strategically. Upon first hearing about Godzilla, reactions among the team would vary. Tony might be skeptical but intrigued. A giant lizard? How big are we talking? Thor could see it as a worthy opponent. Banner might be concerned about radiation levels, given Godzilla's atomic nature. But one thing's for sure, they'd all recognize the need to stop him before things get worse. Let's break down the strengths and weaknesses here. Godzilla's strengths. Massive size and strength. He can crush buildings and swat away attacks like they're nothing. Atomic abilities. His atomic breath can level city blocks, and his nuclear pulse can knock back enemies. Durability. Resistant to most forms of damage, including heavy artillery. Regeneration. Wounds heal rapidly, making it hard to take him down for good. Godzilla's weaknesses. Slow movement. He's big and strong but not exactly quick on his feet. Susceptibility to energy attacks. In some iterations, he's been harmed by intense energy or certain frequencies. EMP-like abilities. In some movies, he's emitted pulses that can disrupt electronics. Avengers' advantages. Technology. Tony's suits, Wakandan tech, and shield resources provide advanced weaponry and gadgets. Magic and energy manipulation. If we include heroes like Doctor Strange or Scarlet Witch, magic could play a significant role. Teamwork. Their ability to strategize and combine their abilities is a huge plus. Adaptability. They've faced a wide range of threats and can adjust their tactics on the fly. Potential strategies. Aerial assaults. Iron Man, War Machine, and Thor could attack from the air, staying out of reach. Energy-based attacks. Focused energy blasts could potentially harm Godzilla or at least get his attention. Exploiting weaknesses. If they discover any vulnerabilities, like sensitivity to certain types of energy, they could exploit that. Containment. Using tactics to lure Godzilla away from the city or into traps. Godzilla's countermeasures. Atomic breath. Could take out flying heroes if they're not careful. Durability. He can tank a lot of damage, possibly outlasting the Avengers. Disruption of technology. If he emits an EMP-like pulse, Tony's suits and other tech might be compromised. First confrontation. The Avengers assemble on the outskirts of the city as Godzilla approaches. Iron Man flies in close to assess the situation, only to be nearly clipped by Godzilla's swinging tail. The initial attacks, repulsor blasts, arrows, bullets, have little effect. The team realizes they're dealing with something out of their usual playbook. Escalation. Thor steps up, calling down lightning strikes on Godzilla. It gets his attention, but also seems to charge him up. Hulk charges in with brute force, leading to a titanic clash that's causing more destruction. Meanwhile, Captain America coordinates evacuation efforts, ensuring civilians get to safety. Turning points. Scarlet Witch arrives, attempting to use her powers to influence Godzilla's mind or contain him. But his primal nature makes it difficult. Ant-Man tries something bold, growing to giant man size to grapple with Godzilla, but even then, the size difference is significant. Iron Man and Shuri collaborate remotely, devising a plan to create a device that could amplify energy and potentially overload Godzilla's regenerative abilities. Time's running out, and the city is in ruins. Avengers victory scenarios. Combined forces. By perfectly timing their attacks, the Avengers could exploit a moment of vulnerability, perhaps when Godzilla is charging his atomic breath, to deliver a decisive blow. Extreme measures. Using quantum technology, they might transport Godzilla to the quantum realm or another dimension. Containment. Instead of defeating him outright, they could find a way to contain or redirect him back to the ocean. Godzilla's victory scenarios. Sheer power. Godzilla could outlast the Avengers, his durability and regeneration allowing him to overcome their attacks. Disabling key members. Taking out heavy hitters like Iron Man and Thor could tilt the battle in his favor. Environmental advantage. If the battle moves to the water, Godzilla's home turf, the Avengers would be at a significant disadvantage. Greater threat. Perhaps another kaiju appears, forcing Godzilla and the Avengers to redirect their efforts. Teaming up against a common enemy isn't unheard of. Withdrawal. After significant damage on both sides, they might disengage, recognizing the futility of the battle. There are a ton of factors at play here. Preparation time. If the Avengers have time to prepare and study Godzilla, their chances improve. Team members present. The inclusion of heroes like Doctor Strange or Captain Marvel could tip the scales. Environment. Battling in the city versus open ocean makes a huge difference. Here's a quick comparison. Strength. Massive physical strength varies. Hulk and Thor are strongest. Durability. Near invulnerable high, but not on Godzilla's level. Abilities. Atomic breath, regeneration, diverse powers and tech. Teamwork. Solo powerhouse, coordinated group tactics. Weaknesses. Slow, possible energy weaknesses, reliance on technology, human vulnerabilities. In the end, fan perspectives vary widely. Some argue that Godzilla's sheer size and power give him the edge. Others believe the Avengers' resourcefulness and teamwork would lead them to victory. Similar debates have raged over other crossovers: Batman vs. Iron Man, Superman vs. Hulk, you name it. So, who would win in a showdown between Godzilla and the Avengers? Well, it's not a simple answer. On one hand, Godzilla's immense power and resilience make him a nearly unstoppable force. On the other hand, the Avengers have faced insurmountable odds before and come out on top through ingenuity and collaboration. Personally, I think if the Avengers could quickly adapt and figure out a strategy that targets Godzilla's weaknesses, they'd have a fighting chance. But if they underestimate him or fail to work together effectively, Godzilla could very well stomp his way to victory, literally. But hey, that's just one take on this epic matchup. Thanks for sticking around for this deep dive into one of the coolest hypothetical battles out there. It's always fun to imagine how these titanic clashes could play out. What do you think? Could the Avengers take down Godzilla, or would the King of Monsters reign supreme? Let me know in the comments below. Let's get the debate rolling. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to smash that like button, share it with your fellow nerds, and subscribe for more awesome content like this. We've got more wild matchups and geeky discussions coming your way. Also, be sure to follow me on social media. Links are in the description, to stay updated and join our community of fans who love diving into these epic topics. Until next time, keep dreaming big and embracing your inner geek.